Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So in last episode we had the season simulation and we unfortunately just missed out on the playoffs by only 4 points. As you can see, our final stretch of the season was solid, but it wasn't enough. This losing streak, or 5 games that we lost, 6 games actually right here, all those games basically is what made us miss the playoffs. So if we would have won maybe at least 3 of those, we could have probably made the playoffs. But like I said in the end of last episode, we literally just missed the playoffs, which is a big shock considering we literally were in the Stanley Cup Finals just last season. So I'll show you guys how close the standings was just in case. So in the Eastern Conference, as you can see, we were 4 points back of that last playoff spot. So yeah, we could have made it if we would have won a few more games in March and February and stuff, but the past is behind us, and now we have the off-season, which means hopefully we can get some good prospects into this organization and stuff like that and be a playoff team again for next year. Because I don't understand how this team can't be a playoff team, because we were really solid. Our roster, we didn't have anybody below a 78, I think, on the team. So anyways, let's see who wins the Stanley Cup this year, because we didn't actually sim all the way to the draft yet at the end of last episode, because I wanted to kind of leave it as a cliffhanger to see who wins and all that sort of stuff. And I wanted to also see the retirements in the next episode and all that stuff. So it's just because the last episode was running, I think, a bit long, but not 100% sure with that. So I wonder who will win the cup this year. It said that the favorites are the New York Islanders, who still have Justin Falk, but Justin Falk has dropped off. I've looked recently, he was down to an 82, so I'm glad we moved him out when we did. Just because, well, even though he won a cup with the Islanders already, he's dropping off, and he's probably making a big salary, which we don't really need, considering we have so much young players on the team already. So okay, so we should be finding out pretty soon. Yeah, we're finding out here already on May 26, 2026. Who is the Stanley Cup champion this year? Or is it a scouting assignment first and then the Stanley Cup champion? Wow, this is taking forever. There you go. Dallas Stars win the Stanley Cup and the Laval Rocket win the Calder Cup. So let's take a look at the awards for the season as well. I kind of want to take a look at the roster for the Dallas Stars to see if there was any of our former players on that team that won the Stanley Cup. Just because that's something we could do now in episodes. That way we could see if any former players win any hardware and whatnot. So let's go to awards first. And so the Stanley Cup champions, the Dallas Stars. The President's Trophy, the New York Islanders. While the President's Trophy's been in the Metropolitan Division 4 of the last 5 years. Interesting. Dallas Stars win the Stanley Cup against the Philadelphia Flyers, who made it for the second time in 5 years. But I think, yeah, they lost both times. That's not good for them. Player awards, Dylan Larkin wins the Art Ross. Hart goes to Dylan Larkin as well. Knight gets to Norris. Goudreau gets to Lee Bing. Calder goes to Jay Morrow. It's not Joe Morrow, because Joe Morrow is obviously not a rookie. Conn Smythe goes to Jake Eniger. Wow. So actually the guy I made, he turns out to be a Conn Smythe winning goaltender. Interesting. Vezina goes to Ulanov for the second time in his career. Damn. That's awesome. We missed the playoffs and Ulanov still gets the Vezina. That's pretty crazy. So he's won two Vezinas in 3 years. So I think I want to might keep this guy over Sven Steen. Sven Steen might be just a backup for us for a while, and then we might move him away just because Ulanov has just been a beast, and I don't want to really trade away somebody who's been winning Vezinas. Jennings goes to Demko. The Masterton goes to Camilleri. Selke goes to McDavid for the 3rd time in a row. Lindsay also goes to Larkin, and Tavares gets the Richard. AHL wise, let's see, any player awards for our AHL affiliate? Probably not. Nope. Okay, so now that that's done, let's get into the draft and stuff like that. Well, there's also the retirements, but in the draft lottery results, we're going to move up that far, but then again, in real life, the Carolina Hurricanes missed out on the playoffs and they jumped all the way up to number 2. So it can be done. Let's see if we can move up at least to like maybe instead of having like the 13th overall pick or the the 14th overall pick, maybe we have like something like 10th or something. I don't even know what our pick is at. So let's go to Sweden. Sure, why not? I don't care really where we scout. I'm interested to see how the NHL 19 scouting system is, because they said that you're going to have to hire scouts and stuff like that. So it should be interesting to see how that brings complexion to the game. So we have the 15th overall pick, so we did not move up at all. But Pittsburgh goes first, Buffalo second, and Montreal the third. Okay. So it sucks that we didn't move up at all, but we could still probably get a pretty solid prospect at 15th, like a top 6 forward or a top 4 defenseman if this draft is good enough. So no retirements for our organization. How about the rest of the league? So in terms of the entire league, Jacob Voracek retires, Pacioretty retires, Parise retires, Pietrangelo, etc. So yeah, this episode, guys, might be a bit long just because I had to finish up the season simulation, or well, like the retirements and all that stuff. So if this episode's over 30 minutes, I apologize ahead of time. So Tuukka Rask also retires, Cam Talbot, Jonathan Bernier, etc. Okay, that's interesting. So now let's get to the draft. What are we going to draft here at the 2026 draft? I don't even know what's available, to be honest, but we'll take a look once we hop right into it. I think Casey Milstad's on his last year of his contract, so we're going to probably have to find somebody new to like maybe replace him, or we try and re-sign him. So Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Montreal, and yeah, we are all the way up here at number 15. And we could still get somebody, hopefully. So let's take a look at what's available in this draft class. Maybe we could even move up if we wanted to, but I don't think it's needed. So Salvador, that's probably the guy that's going to go first overall. Oh yeah, there was this goaltender that I had that's supposed to go first round in Bathgate. He's probably going to go just before we get him. But if he is still available, maybe we draft another goaltender, even though we don't necessarily need one. There's also Recchi. Let's see, what's his name? Taylor Recchi. Could be the son of Mark Recchi, we could just say. Perreault, Nugent Hopkins. Wow, exact top 4. Yeah, this guy might be an interesting one to bring in because he's an offensive defenseman. Okay, let's just get into the draft, see if we could get any of those guys. So Pittsburgh with the first overall pick is going to take, when's after this, wait, Fisher for our first next year, and Kavanagh. Now, I don't really need Christian Fisher, to be honest. He's making 5.9, which is a lot. So Wright goes first overall. Buffalo takes Salvador with the second overall pick, and Montreal takes Bowman with the third. Nice top 3 there. Now let's sim to our pick. See what went beforehand. So Strite. Oh, Nugent Hopkins went to Arizona. Del Monte. The goalie might be still available. I might want to take him because the low fringe starters have been really lucky for me. So yeah, there is the top 14 picks. Now let's go to our pick. So I might want to get that goaltender, but we don't really need goalies is the only thing. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be an exact elite, because we don't really need much offensive players, and defensive we could probably use more defensemen. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Bathgate because he's supposed to go around this point in time anyways, and if we want to keep Ulanov around the entire career, we can. If not, we could just turn to Bathgate and maybe trade away Ulanov. I don't know. So let's see what Bathgate is, and he is, oh my god, that was bad. Medium starter, 60 overall. That's not actually that bad. Considering he's 17 and he's already a 60 overall, it's not too bad. So he might not ever be one of our goaltenders, but he could be good trade bait to help us make the playoffs and whatnot. So let's sim to user pick. We're only going to do the first, I think, 2 or 3 rounds again, and then auto sim the rest just because I want to get into the re-sign stage in the free agency. So we're getting offered Tage Thompson for a first next year and one of our goaltender prospects. The thing with Tage Thompson is his contract duration. He's going to only have 3 years left after this offseason at 7.9, which is still a lot of money. and I would rather be giving that to youngsters, so I'm not going to take that. Same goes for this Gurianov contract. Okay, let's see. Oh, there was a medium elite goalie that went after our pick, damn it. Oh well. You can't win all the drafts, I guess. Let's see what we could get at our second pick. Oh, okay. I might go with this guy just because he could be technically considered the son of former Carolina Hurricane Ryan Beta, I think. Tony Beta. He's 19. There's another low fringe starter. I have a feeling that guy could be elite too, but I don't want to take another chance on another goalie. We don't really need goalies anyway, so let's just go with Beta. Why not? And Beta is high top 660 overall. That was not a good pick. The goaltender is probably going to go soon. I want to see if he's an elite goalie. Watch this one be an elite goalie. Or it might be a medium starter. Who knows? Oh, he's going pretty late. When is he going to go? There he is, medium elite. See? Damn it. Why didn't I take the other goaltender? Okay, so let's do our third round pick. And then we will auto sim the rest. I'm pretty sure we still have our third. Yeah, we do. Okay, good. Oh, we actually moved back one spot in the draft because it said we had 14th, but we would have dropped back to 15th. Oh well. What do we want? Unknown defenseman. You know what? I might just go with an unknown defenseman, Jack Olson. You know what? Welcome aboard, Jack Olson. Medium 7th. Damn it. Not a very good draft. The goaltender is decent, but hopefully the computer could snag us up some decent prospects. Okay, so let's see who the computer got us. So after that, we got J. Subban, L. Sharp, M. Pinot, ECU, and S. Fedorov. Please be a Sergei Fedorov. That would be pretty sick. Not sure if he'll be that good, but still. Okay, so let's get into the re-sign stage now. Hopefully we don't have too big of contracts to re-sign. I don't think we do, because most of them were like last season, if I'm not mistaken. So we only have 5 RFAs. Apparently no RFA goalies. That's good. So let's go to contracts, see what we have to get back. Wow, this is so slow. Okay, there you go. I don't know how much cap we have. We have 56 million in cap. Wow. Okay, so in terms of UFAs, we actually have a lot of guys that are UFAs. So this might be a big year for releasing older kind of guys. In terms of RFAs, nothing even really remotely good. So at least those guys will be easy to re-sign. And prospect-wise, Ross Buss is up to a 63, so I'm going to definitely give him a contract. Fedorov is his name, Sergei. No, it's Stanislav Fedorov, 65 overall, medium top 9. Not bad for a 7th rounder. Let's see, any other good players. Low top 6 forward for CU. Earl CU. And, wait, RFA, unassigned. I want to check the goalies. Bathgate and Subban's also a goaltender. Joshua Subban, interesting. But he's only a fringe starter. Okay, so yeah, in terms of contract wise, it's mostly just UFAs we have to get back. So yeah, it's not going to be the hardest offseason because we're going to probably release some of these older veterans. But a lot of them, like, we're going to try and get back. So I'll re-sign everybody that I can, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I got I signed pretty much everybody. I am gonna get rid of, though, I think, like Aho, Hosang, and Brown for now, and Peckham, until we get to the actual, like, free agency screen. It's just because a lot of these guys want a lot of money, and I want to see if they go down in price when they go to free agency, and it's easier to kind of get them back that way. Like Hosang does actually want an extension, and same with Logan Brown. But the thing is with Logan Brown is, like, last season he had a really horrible season. If you remember correctly, he had 6 goals only, and the year before that he had 19. So he's kind of, like, not been the greatest in the last little while. So I'm probably gonna just release him for now. And as well with Hosang, I'm just gonna release pretty much the entire, like, first/second line. And then see if we could find maybe better players in free agency, or we could get these guys back again. And then Peckham, he does not want an extension because, I guess, of ice time. So we're just going to release him. And I think we're going to just probably keep Pietrangelo in on the top 6 role. Unless he's not good enough, then we could find a replacement for him. So those are the one guys I'm gonna let go of. Those are I don't even know what I'm saying. Those are the guys I'm going to let go of. So let's get into the free agency screen and see if we can maybe find some potential placements or if we could get the same guys back again. Is Jake Beans should accept our contract? Yes, he does. Good. Players are probably going to lose morale because of those guys, dropping off, but let's see if we could try and get Aho back because maybe he'll be good with us again. I don't know. He's been like a somewhat solid player, like not the greatest defensively. So, let's see what we need first. I'm pretty sure we just need like some first liners. Like we have some youngsters that are jumping in, and we have 33 million in cap space. I just want to save some cap as well. So, center wise, yeah, Corrado is going to be jumping up as well. So, yeah, one of these guys is going to have to play wing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might almost be good enough. I don't know if Korea is going to be an NHL player by next season, no. Yeah, so we probably need more just right wingers, it seems like, at the moment. So, yeah, I might get Aho back and then find some other maybe right wingers to pick up. But other than that, I think we might be almost good actually already. So, let's see, free agents. Is there any good young free agents available? Wow. Really? Damn, New York Rangers must have fucked up Rasmus Dahlin because he just did not want to re-sign with them. I'm not gonna offer him a contract though. I know it's just because I don't really want to work over the system. I would rather computers play with the guys that they had. Even though he's a UFA as well. So, but in terms of right wingers, let's see if there's anybody good. So Hosang is the best available. Henry, this guy might be good. Young guy. Not the greatest defensive stats though. Like he's got good stick checking, but there might not be that much available for right wingers. Some former players like Kapanen available. Zach Aston Reese as well. Yeah, I guess I could bring back Hosang again, but I'm gonna only give him like a 1-year contract. Reason being is the young guys get on our team. I'm gonna just give Hosang 7.25 for 1 year because we have the cap space. Who else could we sign? We might have to like trade for some. 25.77. That's not that good. Yeah, there's not really that much good stuff in right wingers. I wonder if there's any left wingers that are right-handed. Maybe that would be a solid replacement. Oh yeah, Keane, this guy. He's left-handed, but he's good defensively. You know, he's somebody I think I might want to bring in, even though he's only 79. We could bring him in for 1 year at 1.7, just to help out us defensively on the bottom 6. And any of these guys are also right-handed. Domi, no. Perlini, no. How about Formenton? Nope. Damn, this might be harder than I thought to find somebody. Davidson, oh, that's the guy we traded away, wasn't it? Yep. Tolvanen. Wow, Eli Tolvanen never panned out, the one I made. But he's a really good defensive player. He still might produce pretty good. Seed who? This guy's a left-handed as well. He's good defensively though, but I don't know if I want him to. I think that's all I'm gonna sign for now, and then I'm just going to maybe trade for one, or see if there's anything available at the start of next season, and then maybe we could trade for something. So let's into next season. Hopefully we get Hosang and the other dude Keane. And we do get Hosang back, and we get Keane. So, yeah, we are going to let go of Aho, just because I want to kind of have a lot of cap space available just to trade and pick up young guys. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to sim to next season, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so we ran into a bit of a problem with the roster, so here is our lineup. As you can see, it looks pretty nice, but there is one problem, and that is Godfrey is currently scratched. So what I am probably going to be doing is trading away Erzberg, because like as you can see, he's got only 3.5-star defensive stats, and I'd obviously would rather be playing Godfrey, who's got 4-star defensive stats. So I'm probably going to trade away Erzberg at the start of the next episode, just because I don't want to have him as a depth guy because he's already listed as a 4th liner. So yeah, our team is going to look pretty good though, if it stays the same when we actually start up the season simulation wise. In terms of defense, I didn't even realize, but Colton Spiller, who we drafted 13th overall only a couple of years back, he's actually ready to go on the top 6, so that's going to be nice. He's a 4-star defensive player, and he's 4-star offensive, like in shooting. So he actually could be a really good offensive defenseman. So our defensive core actually looks pretty strong. In terms of goaltenders, Svenstein grew to an 85, and he's actually listed as a starter as well. So we might have to move him at the deadline this year if he's complaining about like being a backup, or we trade him away in the off season, because he'll have one more year left after this year. So, but I think we might have to trade him away because I'd rather keep Ulanov, I think, than him. And in terms of scratch, do we have Barrett Hayton, and like I said, Godfrey's going to jump into the lineup. And in the minors, our AHL team looks pretty solid. As you can see, we got some good solid prospects down there, like Korea, who's a 76 now. In terms of defensive prospects, well, Petrangelo's down there actually. I might call him up because we need a depth defenseman. But other than that, our AHL affiliate looks pretty solid too. Jose Sharp is up to a 75, so we might have a new backup next year. So yeah, that is our roster for the upcoming season. So I think that is all I want to do. Let's just see. The captain should be the same still. So Fritz is an alternate now. Hannafin's the captain, and Fleury's an alternate. Okay, that's good. So yeah, anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So next episode, I'll probably trade away Erzberg and maybe just get back a draft pick or some shit. And I'll be calling up Petrangelo, and then we will start up our season simulation. And we'll probably do the entire season again, just because that way we could get through this a lot quicker by the end of NHL 18. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.